Oh, speaking of shit movies and superheroes, have you guys seen this? I'm sure it'll come up if I just type this in. Jesus. I think that's what the headline was. Yeah. So apparently they did a test screening for the new Aquaman movie, and they called it the worst DCU movie ever after walking out. Did you guys see that shit? I heard about it today from Aaron, so I looked it up, and it's apparently true. This sounded made up, because usually test screenings go immediately to like fans, and they will never give you good feedback. At least I've never heard of a test screening leading to anything positive. And yet somehow even here they're like, yeah, this shit is trash. Oh, it's a test screening? Typically they'll take a cut of the movie, give it to a small audience in order to get feedback on like what's working, what's not. So like if the villain's bad, or if some scenes are bad, or if something's not testing highly, so they can make like last minute changes to the product to move things around, make it a little bit better. But here, apparently people literally walked out and just said it's the worst DCU movie ever. Imagine inviting someone to a screening and they just walk out. Yeah, I couldn't believe it. It sounded made up. It literally sounded made up. No way worse than Wonder Woman. The new, I guess it's not new anymore, but the second Wonder Woman was truly awful, but I guess this is shaping up to be worse. Oh, and another thing that looks very bad for DC, Shazam is projected to be the lowest grossing DCU movie ever. It's tracking 43 mil opening weekend, which is even less than their previous low one, which I don't think it was Black Adam. I think it was one before that, but one of those. So the new Shazam's also not looking good. The issue with the new Shazam is they turned a unique idea into a standard DC movie once the first did good. I don't know if that's the case. My little game theory is when they split Black Adam into a solo film, they really fucked Shazam. Because now what is Shazam supposed to do? So they ended up just giving it some generic schlock. Was it boring or cringe? What? This isn't out yet. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. Superhero movies aren't the same without Iron Man, Captain America. Well, I mean, that's Marvel. This is DC. DC has stumbled in their live-action superhero movies for a while. They've had a couple good ones, though. Outside of, like, the Nolan stuff, because that's obviously absolute top tier, but it's not DCEU. So it doesn't really count. Same with the Batman, also not DCEU. But, like, their actual core ones, they have fucking struggled. The Suicide Squad is great, the recent one. Is that DCEU? I'm not sure. But I actually did like James Gunn's Suicide Squad. I enjoyed that. I agree. I like that one. 2016 Suicide Squad is an unwatchable mess. Didn't you hate it before? Which one? James Gunn's Suicide Squad? No, I even gave that a good moist meter. 2016's was like the lowest moist meter score I gave way before I even started doing like actual ratings. That movie was so offensive to me that it actually kickstarted moist meters for movies, because prior to that I was mainly just doing games. It's that bad. Yeah, 2016 Suicide Squad I literally think is unwatchable. James Gunn's The Suicide Squad, though, is good. I enjoyed it. And the Peacemaker show was fun. Also hate that everyone uses a gun and no one looks unique. Yeah, it just doesn't look good, man. Just straight up, there's not a whole lot to be excited about for this. Except the movement. If you're just really into movement, I think it looks like they nailed that. But every character can just use a gun, and every character does just use a gun. Something they even advertise, that you can just mix and match guns with every character. It's like, that's not really fun. Thanks a gift sub, Unicorn. Shoot the purple stuff and repeat. Yeah.
Just call me the pinball wizard. Unstoppable.
There's more of them.
There's some cheese. What studio made this? It's painful to say, but it's Rocksteady. They took everything great about the Arkham series and they threw it away. Cool movement though, I guess. That's like the only nice thing I can say about it.
Huge target. Get on it now.
Rising like a wave.
This is a chance.
Boom.
Thanks to the resub, RG,
love our
Rope,
escapades.
Rhino, and Cheese. Real shame. This was originally going to be a Superman game before Warner Bros. Told them that it was impossible to make one and forced them to make this instead, supposedly. Don't know if I believe that or not, but take your word for it, I guess. Not like it changes anything.